Gracias.
Estamos en familia.
Buenos días a todos.
Good morning. Thank you for being here in the booth and also in streaming. We are going to share with you how the artificial intelligence can support the employees in their workplace. So not a long time ago, we were here and we were talking how AI was in our lives like a big elephant in a room. And this image is not generated by AI, by the way. So this year we have used all the advantages of artificial intelligence and automatization to give a different service. And here, this elephant that was heavy, trying to move around in the room, is now driving and speeding up. So we've been seeing how the generative AI can generate efficiency, how can it generate a better optimized experience for the employee. And we have thought about what the AI can do for employees, these four elements. There are some tools like Copilot, Gemini, Perplexity, one of our last launches that help us to increase the productivity, also in the operational systems and also in the devices. So AI is not something that we can do in the cloud. We can also do it locally and enjoy when we do not have connectivity. We also have the use case of AI to improve and optimize the attention given to the employees, to the citizens, and to the people as a whole. And today we are here to talk about how AI can help our employees. These are all theoretical cases, but today we are going to talk to you about case uses. We have here Jose Tabernero, responsible of Prosegur Workplace, and Fernando René, responsible of Competencies Workplace in Telefónica. So, for everybody to see that it is not just theory, please tell us about Prosegur and the problems that you had. Thank you, Belén. Well, first of all, thank you to Telefónica for having invited me to talk about this project. Very briefly, what's Prosegur? We are a company with different business areas, very diversified in 40 countries, 50th anniversary next year. And in our business areas, we are focused on security, also cash management, cash handling, in cryptocurrency as well, also alarms department that you might know with a joint venture with Telefónica Spain. Also another department focusing on BPO and outsourcing the automatization of corporate projects, and then cyber department. With our own software, we offer cyber security services. This is for you to understand that we have 150,000 employees. And it is important to understand the culture surrounding our company. So it's a very complex in diversity and in scope all over the world, because normally you give support to very concrete things in Prosegur, but when you open up the situation, you realize that it's not only this. It's not only concrete things. I am in the technological world. I've been in the technological world for almost 20 years. And I've always seen the necessity to innovate and the importance that we give to the customer service. In my personal and professional evolution, I've been very lucky because I am an artist. My training is as an artist, but everything makes sense because I am specialized in audio digital, and I've had the opportunity to work on many projects of sound experimentation, the providing of sound in different venues, and also we have used generative AI in the world of audio. We've been using AI for many years, and with ChatGPT after the pandemic and so on and so forth, I started to feel something, and these two worlds were getting together because generative AI is something very creative. So I use it to study, it has a great potential with text, and then everything that can be done focusing on a service desk. And during this period, we started making a project with an LLM and also the capabilities. And in this context, I met Fernando, and then he introduced a pilot project and the project in which they were working on. And then we had a lot of conversations, and we shared a vision, and we started seeing how this could have an impact on first level services in any company. And in Prosegur, here you can see our figures with several attention channels, the ITSM and the telephone, traditional services, and also the on-site technicians in the workplace, and in a continuous improvement process when these answer times that from my perspective can be improved, so we can get better in this, because there is always a human agent that needs to multiply, that can not satisfy the big need. And we have approximately between 3 or 4 jumps. So when I open up a ticket until it is solved, maybe there are 3 or 4 jumps or steps. We call it like a ping pong table or ping pong match until we offer the solution. And then 70% of the processes are automatized together with the team in Telefónica through the Telefónica channel with IUBR and everything we did with the ITSM. And right now, one agent can deal with just one thing. It is a one-to-one relationship. Normally, they can not handle 2 calls at the same time. And also the digital channels, we decided how we could improve this. We've been working for a long time and we didn't know how to improve it. But as Jose said, the generative artificial intelligence helped us to create this support. And I wanted to thank Prosegur and Jose for trusting us when it was just a demo, and now it is a reality being used by many customers. We're going to see a video that will tell us what's Genia. Genia is a support during the workplace, working with different assistants with generative AI, but it will always be supervised and monitored by specialized people. The way we work has changed radically. The workplace is being fully transformed. The technology redefines how we collaborate, the way we communicate to each other, and the tools we use. In this context, in Telefónica, we evolve our service, a smart workplace, to make it even smarter. With the generative AI, we offer a differential experience, more efficient and personalized. To give support to the employees, we have Genia, the virtual assistant, and you will be able to personalize this assistant. You can determine the language and the relationship with the employees to solve their questions in real time. And also a proactive monitoring of the performance and forecasting the incidences before they happen, making the processes more agile. The hyper-automatization transforms the repetitive tasks, saving time, reducing mistakes, and allowing customers to focus on the real important thing. All this is possible thanks to the technological ecosystem that integrates the communication and the equipment in order to adapt to the requirements of all the different profiles. This way, the employees can be always connected, offering their maximum potential. Smart workplace, all in one, the technology that works for you. Well, it is an amazing video, but going back to the elephant, we need to take things little by little, step by step, and please help us to understand how all these things work. Well, we are going to see what Genia is not only an assistant that will answer questions. It is accompanied by a number of tools that we have developed in order to make it more powerful. First of all, we are in chat, voice and mail, and with a very secure standard and environment. We can have it in Telefónica, and we can offer it to the customer like in Prosegur. And we have some tools that we have split up in two blocks: the behavior, the constructor of prompts, the knowledge constructor and functions, and then the omni-channel monitoring, reports, and proactivity. So we are going to start with this, the prompts constructor, the artificial intelligence. We need to do something with it. We can model the behavior of this AI to answer the way each employee needs. So we are not going to teach the AI, we need to regulate it and make it behave the one we want it to behave. So we have this tool, the constructor of prompts. This tool helps us in a very agile way to design these instructions in the structure that we know works. It's very simple with several questions. Well, not simple, not really. Well, in the last 2 years, we've seen that the message that circulates to connect an LLM to a documentation and get magic, it doesn't work. So the constructor, the prompt constructor, is very useful because you can, going back to the structure, okay, you can give to each one of the agents with a specific language and to specialize in a specific area and to answer in a behavior that you can build, you can construct. You are free to create the magic that does not exist. And this is the key process when we start constructing something like this. And also something very interesting, that any changes in the prompt, we will need to control it. And also it is important to have this control and also the knowledge. And it is not easy to connect we have to do something else. And it is important because then we can do many other things. And we have the assistant, we can connect it to any databases, and it is going to work. So we decided to create a tool that will help us It is the constructor of knowledge, and we are not very creative with names. Well, we didn't know we had this idea. And also, this allows us to transform any processes in a very agile and simple way. So we have a database that is unique for the artificial intelligence. So thinking about generative AI in a context of documents with a company that has presence and with different places, a lot of people creating differentiation. And when you start channeling all this, and it is very difficult, and you might have OpenAI, but it's going to answer what you constructed, and this helps to give to generative AI this specific language and to do it the way it talks. So I'm not interested on how Belén or myself talk. We are interested in making it understandable and creating new information from scratch that is going to give perfect results. So we have the behavior, and Genia understands procedure, and so we have an AI that answers, but it's not only this. We have taken more steps, right? Yes, and we try to simulate what an operator does. So we create a ticket, and then we have created some functions with this low-code tool to make life easier in order to integrate all the different tools of our customers. And this also gives us a lot of freedom. And if we have a new functionality, and some of them are a reality, this will help us to do it. And it can escalate it as well. Well, to me, the functionalities, having an LLM with documents, and also starting doing things with different functionalities is when the orchestration of Telefónica starts. And you can start integrating these tickets and the documentation, as I was saying, and we can do some integrations with the cloud central office to refer it to other functions like telephone. So the functions are the most important part of this second behavior that the model is going to have. And we see a demo of a conversation. The interesting thing is how the artificial intelligence uses a natural language. Sometimes we've made some surveys to our users, and they said that they didn't realize that it was not an operator, a human being. So this is what we want to use about this technology. And I like to talk about this concept, the humanization of artificial intelligence, because when we are used to the traditional chat box, and something very void, so to say, the generative artificial intelligence can give excellent results because we are using natural language, and you're constructing a behavior, and then the user will feel like talking to a human being, and there is a lot of work to do, and we are getting great results. And in this conversation, Genia creates the ticket and confirms some parameters, for example, and then in the end, something very important to us, it offers you a survey, and this is one of the ideas. And which other things can I do for you? And this is phenomenal. It is a conversation. It's a little scary, yeah. A human being can have one conversation, but here we are talking about hundreds or thousands of simultaneous conversations. Can we monitor them? It is a different tool. It is the monitoring omni-channel, and this will help us to monitor everything that happens in AI, and also the trends and what our operators are saying with our users, and everything related to the infrastructure, the situation, and to report if there are any mistakes, and to visualize on real time all the conversations. Some ideas that Jose gave to us. Well, this is very interesting. Let me correct you a little bit here, because apart from monitoring, I would say observability. Yes, because I've always been in IT department, and we did some monitoring with a reactive work. I have to react when there is an alarm, but here it's different. It's like the Ratatouille movie. You remember the mouse that was a chef, and but also a puppet, and we can monitor and we can observe because it has the capabilities to intervene in different circumstances. Maybe a conversation with a generative artificial intelligence can degenerate in something, and without asking the user for that, this observability will give this complement to the interactions of users with generative artificial intelligence, and it is one of the most developed departments. It is really truly powerful, and not only this is monitoring on real time, and one of the things that I would mention is the amount of the amount of things we can create. Well, to us, it is very important always to measure everything that happens, and this will help us to evolve and to detect gaps. So all the interventions and interactions of artificial intelligence will have its command. We see all the different resolutions, and we can see also the if the users were happy or not happy, in order to analyze the quality of what's going on. And this is fundamental, because in the control and administration of the service, you need this type of reports to see how generative artificial intelligence works, and also to ask a question in the end to the employee, so that it can tell us how artificial intelligence behaves, or the documents that I would like to have. You are going to have this data collection to start to modulate new behaviors. So this layer is basic for the tool. But I think it is a wonderful tool that reacts when an employee has a problem. And not only this, also it can forecast before the problem arises. So we notify our assistants when there is a massive incident that can have a big impact, and then we can answer in a coherent way. We have also Genia Communicator tool to send message about relevant events to the organization members, and also we are working with Prosegur, integrating these management tools to do this proactive tools to make the most of these capabilities and to automatize these relevant messages, like, for example, change the password before it expires. So this is what Genie does. It is an amazing added value. It's not only that the employee has a problem, but also we can solve things in a transparent way. Yes, definitely, we have developed this user experience, and it truly matches what we are saying. Yeah, and also the needs that might arise. And then going back to the beginning of the presentation, this is the service that we have nowadays, and we are going to transform it into this. This is the image of the service. So proactive contributions, what we just said, then we aggregate a new channel, a chat with generative artificial intelligence, and voice, everything related to Genia and behavior and supervision, and then something that Jose likes very much. And it's not only these channels, but we aggregate artificial intelligence in support levels and the continuous improvement. And I think that voice is really interesting. We see the potential of voice. I was talking to Fer. I imagine a telephonic assistant to create a voice in different languages that can mutate, and I have a different age and natural language in voice. It's a very developed, and we are going to start seeing excellent things. And as for the agents, for technicians, the internal documentation and how our technicians have to work and give support, and a lot of countries, a lot of languages. So we need to manage all this information and make an agent with this behavior constructed and to solve these questions. And in order to make things faster. So when I see things, first says that Genia is an assistant for employees, but it is a tool that has transformed end-to-end the system, and also the continuous improvement that is present in all the different levels. So it's not only offering this artificial intelligence on the service without a goal. So what do we want to improve? How can we improve? Because it's already working. The answer times. So 10 seconds, because it's the average that we see. The answer times is when someone writes it down, they have a coherent answer straight away, and also the processes that might follow. And also the diff from 2 or 3 jumps, it would be just 1 jump. And also we want to filter everything that comes before it comes, and it will increase the productivity and the monitoring capabilities. And now it can supervise different conversations, just checking that everything works. And then a challenge for a Prosegur to increase the digital channels, because in the end the change management is fundamental so that this type of projects are successful in the company, because without this it will not work. So here we have an internal job to help us with videos and with workshops and training courses, and also to see this humanization, how it behaves really. this is the success and the magic, because if they see that everything works in a natural way and it is not something that gives me some random answers or with a very limited menu, so to say, they will realize that it works and they will want to use it. And just to finish up, and these important messages, the challenges that we have ahead of us, as Jose and Fer said, this is what artificial intelligence offers, and we have some tools to welcome what's going to happen in the future, and we can expand it to human resources, general resources, holidays, payrolls, anything that might need the employees of Prosegur. So we can grow in a very agile way. We can transform the roles of the service. The attention role has changed. We have tools to make it more efficient, but we need automatization profiles, expert in artificial intelligence, expert in monitoring and supervising, and this observability layer, and to contribute with value. So the evolution of technology, we have, maybe it's very fast, maybe we have new tools right now, and we have developed these with the tools that we have in the market. We offer our customers the best AI, but if the technology changes tomorrow, we will adopt it very fast. And as Jose says, we've done it with people and for people. It is important to engage people in this learning curve with the training and support, with the suggestions of making the experiences better. And this is a very interesting journey, and it's good to surround yourself with great partners like Prosegur. And we are here celebrating this success. So thank you, Jose and Prosegur, for being this friend and customer that helps you to improve. Thank you very much to you all.
Hasta la próxima.
Muy bien.
Ya está.